Streamer University made me realize how disgusting content creators are. I mean, that's a long title. Streamer University just ended. I wasn't there. I'm not even streaming right now. I'm fully LARPing the stream with the chat box there. Wait, actually, no, there is someone in chat. Oh my god, guys, stop spamming hi YouTube. Then no one's gonna see you. Let's just get into the video.
All right. So, Pete, this is the thing that's really making me the most mad about the Stream University thing that's going on.
I mean, I presume it's something to do with how disgusting the content creators are. I love Sire Speaks. I like this type of content.
For one, content creators are disgusting. Okay.
I'm gonna hold back on the insults for a second. I'm gonna let them cook.
Yes, I am a content creator myself, but you will never catch me doing some shit that I don't want to do just because it's going to boost my numbers up. If you ever catch me doing some crazy shit, it's because I feel like it.
So clip farming, basically. He's saying he wouldn't do anything outrageous. I think in the come up, you kind of have to. I mean, I don't know what size. It's different once you've made kind of made it in the content space. Like, you're not going to see Jason the Ween doing fucking crazy shit nowadays. Like, obviously he will do crazy shit, but he's not being outrageous. But back in the day, bro, e-girl shit, cringe shit, relationship farming, this, that, and the other. Ron, outrageous. I nearly said racist. He's not, probably should start speaking. But in the beginning, you kind of have to be, because why is someone going to watch you over anyone else? Obviously, it's great if people come to you for like positive values and value you provide. But at the end of the day, shock factor works. It doesn't matter whether it's in like a sophisticated company, if it's in whatever. Remember those Alex Hormozy like Instagram reels where he'd play like a video of like a guy getting hit by a horse and then it would transition into it. Sometimes you got to do that. Look at Marlon, bro. How did he get famous? He was absolutely leng for one, and he was thirst trap. I would have this argument all day. Obviously, he worked very fucking hard to get where he was. I'm not discounting that. I'm not saying anyone as pretty as him. That's incredible, Glaze. Anyone as pretty as him could do it. Obviously, there was a lot of hard work, but without the prettiness part of him, I don't think he would have become a streamer in the same way with, Jason the Ween, entertaining, whatever. If he wasn't really like cringe and also Asian. People always made fun of the Asian jokes. It helped him. Joe Barr, if he didn't have like anger issues and shit and wasn't absolutely outrageous and had a vein pop out of his head, there's certain things why creators get famous. Jacksepticeye with a normal like Midlands English accent, I don't think he would exist. I just don't. Part of the wow factor thing with him, he was Irish. It was different. You didn't see that Irish accent. Funny, says funny things. Like, things in the beginning, you have to stand out from your competition, and that's where clip farming leans into. Obviously, some people take it too far. People are disrespectful, but it's a fine line. And as long as you don't, cross it, and if you do cross it, you just have to put your hands up and say, "Hey, I'm sure someone will find a clip of something that I've done in the future when I blow up and I make it. And I made it in this world, and I've got bread." But then someone will find a video of me saying something outrageous because I was trying to make it. 20 seconds into the video, Jack, come on.
You feel what I'm saying? But the reason why I don't fuck with like 99% of the people that's at that Stream University shit is because...
Whoa. That's quite a high number. 99%? I actually don't know who was there.
Because most of them don't give a fuck. And they would disrespect people that they wouldn't disrespect off camera. They would start shit that they wouldn't start off camera.
Well, yeah, but of course you would. Any content creator, like, I like Sire's content. You wouldn't catch him doing like the characters he plays and doing like the frothing out the mouth and the weird shit in public. Or like whilst he's at a restaurant. It's the same with fucking actors. Actors wouldn't do things that they do on set in public. I'll let him cook. Maybe he's going somewhere with it.
And they would say shit that they wouldn't say off camera, like just a whole bunch of shit that they would do going against their morals because they know that everybody's recording. Everybody got their cameras out, so if you do and say the right shit, you act a certain way. It's going to be posted on TikTok and it's going to get millions of likes and views, and your numbers are going to go up. You feel me? Am I wrong for accepting me having 50 viewers or some shit on Twitch than having 50,000 but not being myself?
No, I respect that, but I think there's a lot of people on Twitch who 90% of the time are themselves. They are. But then 10% of the time, to bring in, people to make it sustainable, to have more success, they're going to do a bit of clip farming. Fucking Queso. Like, Queso, one of the chillest streamers of all time, doesn't swear, doesn't do this. He'll still scream down the camera. You think Queso on like a normal daily basis, when he's turned it off, is like screaming down the camera or slamming his desk? No, but you got to clip farm. I understand what he means by like the outrageous shit. Like, I've seen clips of people like spitting on people and like slapping people for like no reason. I understand that, and I imagine that's the angle he's gone with people of clip farming. But someone like Jinxie's pretty chill. He gets his dogs out and he slams the camera with his feet. No, I can't do it. Like, I ain't got as much money as him to fucking boot my screen during a reaction video that's got probably 34 views. But you know what I mean? I don't think Jinxie's a bad guy. I think in terms of streamers, he's probably one of the chillest, most down-to-earth guys. Never met him. Junko, if you ever want to hit me up, I'll bust some ball with you. You're not that bad at football. You're pretty bad at football, but you're not too bad. I don't know. I think it's been a little bit harsh on it, and I respect that he doesn't like go over the top and clip farm like he just said. He'll settle for 50 viewers, but what his YouTube content is clip farming, and I like his YouTube content. I'm just saying the take is a little bit hypocritical.
Am I wrong for that? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm seeing all these, bro. I'm seeing grown ass men doing shit they know they wouldn't do if nobody was recording, man. Like, and it's just disgusting because this is a huge example right here, the Blackboy Mac situation, right? So I guess he got diva tatted on his body, and he be wearing wigs and shit.
Do whatever the fuck you want to do, bro. I kind of respect it. I mean, the wigs is calm. I kind of rate the wigs, but yeah, the diva tattoo is interesting.
But he's not gay. You feel what I'm saying? Would I do that shit? Hell nah. Is it any of my fucking business? Hell nah. If I had
Yeah, no, I agree. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Obviously, he's a public figure. You are, subject to scrutiny. That's just how it works. If you get attention, money, income, whatever it is, from getting this attention, you kind of have got to deal with the consequences. I'm not saying that there's not people that take it too far and there's horrible people. Of course, there's horrible people. But if you it's like starting a business, it's like starting a plumbing business, right? Of course, yeah, you're going to be rewarded for doing that plumbing, but occasionally you're going to have to stick your hand down a shitty toilet or deal with some smelly pipes. Like, it's just comme ci comme ça, comes with the job.
The problem with it, which I shouldn't, because that's a grown ass man, he can do whatever the fuck he want to do. But if I somehow did in some dimension, I would pull him to the side and talk to him about it, or talk to him via private DMs about that shit. Not in front of hundreds.
Is he referring to the clip where Max was like kind of upset already and then the guy started digging into it? Yeah, that's a fucking dick move. Especially if you go bam for bam with somebody and you're making fun of them for whatever. If I'm mates with someone and I'm clocking the vibe that, oh, you said I got a fat forehead. Oh, your mum's a fat hoe. Like, we're going bam for bam, but you just got to catch the vibe. Some people, sometimes you can flirt with a young, sometimes you can drop a bit of game on them, but then sometimes they ain't reciprocating. They think you're chopped as fuck, and you just got to back off. Got to read the room.
There's thousands and potentially millions of people once it's posted on TikTok. That was disrespectful. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I wholeheartedly believe that a lot of these grown-ass men at Streamer University would get their booty played in if enough ad revenue, subs, and views were attached to it.
How much money are we talking? Because I have this conversation. I don't know whether this is a British thing, but hey, how much would you suck a dick for? Has it got to be published to the internet? Or am I just getting $1 billion for sucking it once and no one ever knowing about it? I'll leave the answer unanswered.
Out of nowhere and be like, hey, I can boost your view count from 39 to 39,000, but I gotta play in your ass. Niggas gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? I believe that though. Whoever this OJ dude is, I guess he walked up to him in the middle of his.
Is OJ the guy that like spat on the floor near Valkyrie and stuff? And yeah, read the room, bro. Like, I know sometimes you're gonna take a clip farm too far, and that's what's peak about streamer use, because obviously the big creators just don't fuck with you. Like, there's a couple that will, but you have to tread very lightly. It's hard not to do too much, because you look at these big like if you look at like Ron and Jason and all that, they've done too much in the past, you know what I mean? But because they were the first ones to do it, everyone saw that it was funny, and now they're in this good position, so they don't have to do it anymore. But then obviously you're trying to recreate what they did in the past, but they realize now it's cringe and they don't fuck with it. So not only do you have people like in general not fucking with it, the people that used to do it and got success from it also don't fuck with it. So it's hard, it's difficult, man. It's a hard thing to navigate.
Stream, and he called that shit out on camera, and he called him a demon and shit. Okay, out of whack. But the thing that I got the problem with the most is the fact that he could have pulled him to the side for a couple minutes. If he genuinely had a problem with that shit, I mean, he could have texted him, he could have pulled him to the side off camera for a couple minutes. That's cool. But nah, just because all these content creators, streamers know that it's gonna be a clip, they doing it. He probably wouldn't even have said that shit if nobody was on camera. If nobody was streaming, a lot of shit wouldn't have happened. A lot of fights wouldn't have started. Now, like the scheduled fights, like the shit that's supposed to happen, like that's cool. But people that's purposely starting shit just because they want drama to happen because they know that's what's gonna make the views and ad revenue and subs go up, bro. Like that's just fucking just. I just never respected that. I
100% agree, but it's the same thing with like TV shows. If you've ever heard of like Love Island, I don't watch that shit. All right, I may have watched it in the past, but like the thing with streamers and stuff is it has to come like directly from them. If it's coming from them, it's not coming from like a manager or something or a producer or a director. But in like TV shows that have been around for like 20, 30 years, like reality TV shows like Love Island, bro, there's so many stories of producers like saying, have an argument here, doing this, like pulling the strings to make things happen. It sells. Drama sells. So I agree with this point, but it's not just specific to streamers. It's every industry, and yes, that's annoying. But
I'm not even one of those people. I'm not even one of those woke people that say that everybody that has success automatically sold their soul. Because I got that shit too. When I blew up on YouTube in 2022 and shit, I had comments saying, how the fuck this dude just came up on my feed out of nowhere? He must have sold his soul. People don't believe in like instant success.
But that's just how YouTube works. This is pretty much how any like platform works, like Instagram, TikTok. You'll post for ages. It's never a gradual incline. It's not like going to fucking, I don't know, carpentry school and getting a bit better every day and earning your way up the qualifications, or practicing your times tables and your maths and you get a little bit better every day or whatever, or digging a hole and you get a little bit deeper. YouTube and anything social media is banging your head against the wall 200, 300, 10,000 times, and then eventually just on one random break you break through and you're onto the goodies on the other side. That might have been a bit of a shit analogy, but you know what I mean. It's hundreds, if not thousands of reps. Like I've uploaded thousands of videos, bro, and some have done okay, nothing long-term success, but that's just the name of the game, which is why I think if you're ever going to try and pursue YouTube or anything like that, you need, and this is what I've learned over like 3 or 4 years of burning the boats and just, you know, oh yeah, I'll just lock in for 6 months and it'll all work out. Some people it does, bro, and that's why you get the success stories, why they tell you then to just lock in because it worked for them. Doesn't work for everybody, bro. Everybody's got a different situation. The best thing I can recommend to you is have something steady, whether or not it's a part-time job or it's your normal job and you can just do a little bit of work on top of it, and then keep the like YouTube work or whatever business you're working on fun and small and minimal and consistent. You're a lot better doing an hour a day every day after an 8-hour work shift. All right, I know it's long, but even if it's half an hour, do that every day instead of booking 2 weeks of your holiday off and thinking, oh, I'm going to lock in every day and make it. It's never going to happen. Consistent, little hits, little wins. That's what content's all about, bro. If you can't stay consistent with content, and trust me, there's been so many times in the past where I'm consistent and I'm not consistent and then I'm not. It's like with these videos now. These videos, I'm just going to try and record one every day, reaction video. Now, I was hoping I was going to react to a 7-minute video and it'd be like, oh yeah, it'd be like 14 minutes long. I've been recording for 16 minutes and we're only 4 minutes in, so this is going to be a half an hour long fucking video. But like, keep it small, keep it simple, edit it off, consistent, thumbnail, takes me 2 hours, boom, done. Then I can focus on the rest of my 6 hours of work a day and it's not overwhelming and stressful. How the fuck did I get onto YouTube advice? I have 900 subscribers.
I understand that, but that's very possible with this whole modern internet shit. Anybody can do it if you got the right talent and you entertaining and you got the right personality, yada yada, right? That's as close as that you're gonna get as to selling your soul, if anything, bro, because you're going against your morals. There's dudes on there, women, like everybody on there. Not everybody. I'm not gonna say everybody, but most of the people that's over there is really just doing shit for clips. And it's just every time I even try to tap in and watch a little bit, it's just somebody doing the most because they know somebody's gonna talk about it. But yeah, that Blackboy Mac situation with him acting the way he acts and dude calling him a demon and shit, like that was just
I understand his problem with clips because it creates this kind of like toxic kind of environment and whatnot. But it's the same thing when you hear like old heads with old business. I keep using these fucking trade examples, but it's just because what I know. If you have a plumber, right, who's a traditional plumber and he just uses word of mouth these days, great. Word of mouth is some of the best advertising you can get. You get people, you get numbers handed out, or like flyers is the old way to do it, or a big billboard. The best way to get clients now, I'm sorry, the world has moved on. Create a little YouTube page, create an Instagram page, film one of your jobs once a week, do a little voiceover, maybe do a job for free for someone, put it out there. Okay, it gets 10,000 views, but okay, it got 10,000 views in your local area, and now potentially like if you get 50 people from that video, which would be a crazy return rate on 10,000 views, that's way more than any other form of advertising you can get. So you do have to kind of move with the times. And linking it back to this is, bro, trying to become a streamer now without farming for clips is just it doesn't work. It would be stupid because all you're relying on the goodwill of people to be like, oh, I'm gonna watch this little streamer who doesn't make any clips that I've never had like a teaser or taster of, and then I'm gonna sit down. No one's gonna do that. You can create clips without being a knob. Like, and again, I'm going to bring it back. I'm a bit biased because they're my favourite streamers, but like Kingzy, Queso, Joe Bart, that sort of thing. Even like the UK guys, they'll still clip farm, but you can do it in a way that's not absolutely outrageous. And it's just, it's what you have to do. It's what you have to do. I'm sorry. You're better off streaming for an hour or two a day and farming for clips. They don't have to be outrageous, but stream for content. Ludwig said that in the Streamer You Think. Stream for YouTube content. You can't just stream to stream because it's not enchanted. Not every person wants to sit down and watch a 2-hour stream. That's a very small minority of like the percentage of people that watch content. You need to please the bigger majorities so it funnels down. You don't like in any business sort of thing, you wouldn't funnel from a really small group upwards. That's not a funnel. A funnel is you take from a big group, which would be YouTube and TikTok, and then you funnel it down into a more niche thing that earns you a bit more money. Well, depends. That's situational. But funnels it down to Twitch. It's a lot harder to get 1,000 viewers on Twitch than it is to get 1,000 views on YouTube. It's just a completely different metric. So stream for the ability to make content like what I'm doing here. I'm going to eventually stream me reacting to these videos, but I know I'm better off recording these videos because I have better reach by just thumbnails and titles and more YouTube having a way better recommendation system than Twitch, which I can then funnel into Twitch streams. Why am I giving business lessons? I have 600 followers on Twitch and 900 subs on. I actually have a YouTube channel with 18,000 subscribers. But
out of pocket, bro. Like people should be able to just be themselves, and whether he not gay, but whether he gay, whether he fucking straight, like whether he all that, like that's his fucking problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you have to, especially knowing that all these people, not even concurrent viewers, right? You could have had like 40,000 people watching, but there's thousands of people clipping it at that moment. So tens of millions of people is going to see that shit that same day. You know what I'm saying? Or at least in the next couple days. And he knows that, and he still went out of his way to go on a few-minute rant about how he shouldn't be this and this isn't him and shit. Who the fuck is that nigga to tell him who the...
What is the platform at? What is the... Is it this bit? OJ.
Yeah, diva. Why you want to be a diva? On some fly shit. Why you want to be a diva? Some fly shit.
Okay, I think he's been drinking, which didn't help. I think they might have all been drinking.
I think you need some guidance. I think your parents...
Yeah, okay, this is because you're trying to... He's taken it to the point where it's digging into him in a way that might work off camera and it might make him have a realization, but then by doing it on stream... You're trying to have a serious conversation on stream. It doesn't really work. You take that off stream. So yes, I kind of understand it. And he also does look like an absolute fucking mug, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie, why did Max not just walk away?
What's the next clip?
Okay, yeah, no, that OJ guy is just fucking annoying. I kind of see where the resentment comes from now.
To go on a few minute rant about how he shouldn't be this and this isn't him and shit. Who the fuck is that nigga to tell him who the? You feel what I'm saying? Like, oh no, bro. I just feel like he wouldn't have said that shit if the cameras weren't recording. I feel like a lot of those content creators wouldn't be jumping in the fucking fountains. They wouldn't be starting fights for no fucking reason. They wouldn't be disrespectful.
Just gonna say, whilst I was in Holiday Inn Split, I was with a guy that jumped in like a big fountain coming from a wall. There was no cameras, there was no stream. We were drunk, but I'm just saying, we did jump in a fountain.
Respecting females, they wouldn't be breaking shit. They wouldn't be doing all this extra shit if nobody was recording. Even the lucky small streamers, which I still believe they had a connection to get in there. I don't even know. I could be completely fucking wrong. But like even the small streamers that's in there, if like they acting like they
I do agree with, I think it was Mr. Bartolozzi's take of like, you should have the professors obviously be like the biggest streamers, like they kind of were, but anyone over like 500 viewers, bro, that's not a small streamer. And I know it's difficult because you get the 500 viewer streamer, they kind of know the ropes a little bit better. So even though they're still smaller, they've got more of a chance to understand what's going on. But I don't know, it is obviously supposed to be an opportunity for smaller streamers, but then yeah, if you take a 50 viewer streamer, they're probably gonna be more outrageous than the 5. So yeah, it's hard. It's difficult.
not fanned out or whatever, but like if the cameras weren't recording, they'll be straight dick eating all those content creators there. They fans of all them niggas there. You know what I'm saying? But since everybody's recording, they walking up to them randomly with a phone in their hand like this. Like, yeah, you a bitch. And all that extra shit. Just, you wouldn't even act like that if nobody was recording, bro. Because you know somebody's going to clip it up and be like, or you going to clip it up yourself and be like, Tyler 007 disrespects Kai in his own university. You know what I'm saying? Like, some bullshit like that will get 500,000 fucking likes. And they know that's going to happen, bro. That's what pisses me off the most. That's it, though. I'm not even going to go too far.
Yeah, he just doesn't like clip farm. I agree. I pretty much agree with most of what he's saying, apart from he's saying they're doing the most, but then, and like, oh, they wouldn't do it if the cameras were off, but then, I like science content. I find his skits funny. Yeah, like, it's okay, what the fuck is that? No, it's funny, but you wouldn't do that if the camera wasn't on. You would just be a chill, normal person. That's the whole thing with streaming, is it's a persona, and I think that's where people run into problems with like parasocial stuff. And it's like, bro, on stream, like relationships and friendships aren't the same thing. You wouldn't look at two actors in a movie that were playing best friends and go, oh yeah, those two are best friends in real life now that they've done a movie together. They might be good friends. Like, some streamers are good friends, but it's a persona. I would like to think I'm being more real in a YouTube video like this. It's the content I enjoy making. I like watching people's reactions to stuff and having their takes and stuff. Oh, I get it. I'm a Joe Bart fan. Oh. But again, it is a persona. I do waffle a lot, hence why I make content, because I waffle a lot in my like normal friend groups a lot. I usually get told to shut the fuck up, hence why I like recording YouTube videos, because no one can tell me to shut the fuck up.
Too much far into it, bro. It just, content creators real life make me sick to my fucking stomach, and it makes me want to yak. I swear to God, y'all can believe me if y'all want, bro, but I real life would rather chill with the small amount of people that I be streaming with.
Well, yeah, of course. That's like your community that's like tight knit. It's like, you think Jacksepticeye was walking around back in the day and his peak going, top of the morning to you, laddie. My name is Jacksepticeye. No, he wouldn't do that when he's off cam, but it's a character that people enjoy. And obviously content creation blends into like your actual personality and an elevated version of your personality. But
then be fake as hell and go against all my morals and have thousands of people in my stream. Suck my fucking dick, bro. All these content creators are just clip peasants. They're just slaves to TikTok clips. And I'm not saying don't clip yourself. I'm not saying that. I have a clip page myself. But I have always pushed, if you're going to be a streamer, be yourself on stream. And then whatever funny shit happens naturally and organically, then clip that. and then you can, you know, get that posted or have somebody post that for you or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Don't force anything, because if you force yourself doing, I've been saying this 2 years, bro. You force yourself doing shit that you wouldn't do if you wasn't on stream. About time you want to be yourself and you're burnt out, you done pulled the wrong audience. They came for the fake you. You want to be the real you now. They're not here for that shit. Now your views gonna drop and you fell.
That I 100% agree with. 1,000,000% agree with. Which is why, you know, I brought up like a YouTube channel earlier. I still rate all the people that came. Everybody that came to stream, I rate because they actually like stayed for the stream. But I thought, oh, I'm getting like a couple 100,000 or like 10,000, 50,000 views on these YouTube videos. Everyone's going to rate me. But then I realized in the YouTube videos, I wasn't really being myself. I mean, it was kind of talking about like streamer drama and stuff. So it's hard. I was trying to insert my personality, but kind of hard to insert your personality in an 8-minute YouTube video, and where it's like hyper edited and you're talking about clips and you're making like outrageous takes and stuff. So then when people come to stream and whatnot, like came to my stream that I would push, they wouldn't really fuck with it because it's not what my personality was like. I was leaning very much into like an American kind of younger audience personality. I'm 20 years old. I'm British. It's not my kind of humor. Hence why I'm reacting to videos like this now, and I think I'm going to do this with content because it's more who I am. And like, I mean, my personality might change in 2, 3, 4 years, but I could see myself being honest and talking to a camera and talking to a chat more like this than I could making content that I don't necessarily enjoy. And it's the easiest thing to keep up for me. So
Off, dickhead.
Oh,
Stupid.
fuck you. I agree with most of his see, I'm already subscribed to it. I agree with most of his takes there. Obviously I disagree with some things. I don't dislike him for anything he said. I think there's a little bit of hypocrisy with his clips, which I think he's aware of. Like, he literally just said he has a clipping page, but I do think you have to lean into that personality a little bit to get some sort of clips. Again, I know he's pretty sound with Joe Barr. I hate to bring it up again. Or like Queso or someone. Queso and Joe Barr are not screaming into their microphone and slamming their desk off camera, but they are on stream. So, in Lundwood's last issue, his friend editor even said that a streamer came up to him, made small talk, but immediately walked away, realised once he wasn't a streamer. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is just lack of people skills, bro. You would have been much more like, and I know there were a few people in like Streamer U where there was clips of them where they would go up and genuinely just have a normal conversation. And that's the best way to do it. Obviously, you got to get your clips. The normal conversation isn't going to go viral, but you get on the good side of someone by having a normal conversation with them. If you want to stand out at Streamer University, you're the kind of chill guy that's sound with everyone, you know, you make a joke here and there, and you don't do too much. But again, I understand it's hard not to. Speed really pioneered this level of aggressive clip farming type of streaming, but at least he knows when to stop, and he always knew how to stop. Yeah, but that's the thing with Speed. There's plenty of instances where Speed did not know when to stop clip farming, but because he was on the earlier end of the spectrum when it came to it, he had more chances. Bro, he was fucking his camera up until about 2 years ago, and like saying crazy shit. But longer the game's been about, the harder it is to get into, because it's just more competitive and more people are going to judge you. However, good video. I've been bursting for a piss since probably the 3-minute mark, which probably means, yeah, okay, I dragged that on for about 15 minutes longer than I needed to. Min. In a biz. Oh, wait, no, wait. Oh, shit, look, people in chat are saying, bye, YouTube. Bye. Oh, bye, guys, bye, guys. In a bizzle. I guess I'm clip farming by doing that. That's not me being genuine, but...